What's going on, guys? It's Kyle. Welcome to the Stock Goat YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to be covering the overall market, and we will also be covering the SoFi stock. The stock market absolutely exploded today, specifically the growth stock sector. We know the past couple of months that majority of the market has been rallying, with oil, energy, a lot of the safer plays that are, making massive cash flow. But it looks like a risk-on environment is now about to start happening. And if you find any of this information useful, be sure to subscribe to the channel. We will be keeping you updated daily on the SoFi stock and also breaking news in the overall market. Be sure to smash the like button. Don't forget to drop a comment. We're going to be commenting back to as many people as we can. Let's get into the video. All right, guys, take a look at the indexes. We had the S&P 500 up 0.8%, Dow up 0.3%, and the Nasdaq up 1.9%. This is the growth stocks, the technology. It's absolutely exploding. And even the Russell barely up today. So, guys, SoFi was up 4.7% today, up about 0.6% in the after hours. And I'm telling you right now, any stock today that went up over 5% had an incredible day, okay? 5% or higher was an amazing rally inside of this market. There was, a lot of stocks that, were red, were barely green, 1 to 2%. So if your stock was in the 5 to 10% range, you had a great rally with the overall market, specifically the Nasdaq. And you can also see on Yahoo Finance, the chart pattern detected is neutral right now. It's been a bearish pattern for a very long time. So it looks like you're getting a lot of consolidation over the $9 range right now. This is a big target to break the $10 range, guys. I don't know what it is. The shorts just don't like SoFi over $10, with that, student loan headline still out there. That's what's still allowing them to have a lot of, leverage shorting the stock, because we don't know, once again, what's going on with student loans as of May 1st. Now, guys, really take a look at this NASDAQ right here on the 1-year chart, okay? If we click the bottom right here, the NASDAQ has rallied 15% from the bottom of the sell-off, which was about a 21% sell-off. So the NASDAQ has really made a massive recovery, but you can see on the 1 year, it's barely up at all. The NASDAQ can honestly rally 15 to 20% very easily by the end of the year if we get that inflation under control. But I just want you guys to see there has been a massive correction and a huge bounce off the NASDAQ, the past, 2 weeks. So a big reason why the market is rallying today, Elon Musk brings money and some oomph into US stock markets. Musk triggers the biggest one-day gain in Twitter since 2013, guys. This is absolutely insane. So, guys, the overall market is going to get a lot of confidence when you have Elon Musk putting in billions upon billions of dollars into technology growth stocks on this sell-off. So Elon Musk is the richest right now with $212 billion, much higher than Bezos, and he is buying the dip on growth stocks, and that's why you're seeing an everything rally right now. And you can see the headline on CNBC, S&P 500 rises to start the week, NASDAQ gains 1.9% on the tech comeback. And look, guys, it's the Twitter stock on the background, 26% gain today. We'll scroll down a little bit. Twitter shares surged more than 27% following news that Musk purchased a 9.2% passive stake in the company. It was the biggest pop in Twitter's history since its IPO, as investors speculated Musk's move could lead to a buyout or other major changes, even if the stake is passive. So, guys, everything was rallying today after this, Twitter headline from Elon Musk. And guys, Elon Musk is trying to make some money. He doesn't buy up here. He buys when he sees value. And take a look. The guy was buying, the past couple of weeks right here, okay? Massive sell-off. I mean, look at the sell-off, guys. If we go to the top of Twitter, just to about 2 weeks ago, that's a 50% decline, guys. So this is the time to buy technology growth. There's 100 other stocks just like Twitter down massively right now. And just take a look at the rallies you're getting. You have Twitter up 28%, Pinterest 10%, Unity Software 9.8%, C Limited 9.6%, Roblox 8.6%, Square 9%, Okta 7.8%, Roku 7%, Sentinel-1 7%, SoFi 5%. So if you had a stock rally over 5% today, okay, you're in a high quality growth stock for sure. So this was an insane market rally on that, Twitter purchase from Elon Musk. We need to get back to the negative headline for SoFi, because I believe SoFi could have easily once again had a 10% rally today. But you have massive amount of shorting because of massive leverage with the student loans, being a headline that just is what SoFi is all about. Guys, student loans is not half of SoFi's revenue. It's about 15 to 20% when you include private and also federal student loans. And you can see, guys, this is the reason why I'm not posting, nonstop constantly, because this is what's holding the SoFi stock, really back. And just take a look at the headlines when you type in student loans. 22 hours ago, 2 days, 1 day, 7 hours, 7 hours, 1 day, 3 hours, 2 days. It just will not stop, guys. I mean, student loan relief, advocates ramp up pressure on Biden. Student loan moratorium extension likely, don't buy today. Borrowers fear balancing inflation and student loans. 100,000 additional public servants will have their student loan debt canceled. Biden student loan pause. Guys, I just can't understand the headlines behind this. You need to understand there's so many people with student loans. That's why you're seeing the headlines, because this is going to make money. It's going to make ad money. That's why you're seeing these articles pop up, because people are going to click them, because there's over 40 million people out there with student loans, 1.8 trillion in debt. That's why the headlines are popping up, especially heading into this May 1st deadline. But we're going to click this first one right here, which is the Hill. Biden faces rising pressure on student loans with deadline looming. And we're just going to listen to this video, because there is a lady on there that has, great insight on what's going on the past 2 years overall with these student loans. And guys, I really believe if the student loans, payments restart up, I believe SoFi is going to hit all-time highs very quickly, because, this is a massive, massive, brick wall in our way. So let's just take a listen and see what they have to say.
To provide Americans some relief. But after 2 years, more than 41 million borrowers are expected to see payments resume in May.
According to reports, however, the Biden administration is considering pumping the brakes on these repayments again. But borrowers' sigh of relief might be short-lived if naysayers who oppose extending the moratorium have a say. So here to discuss how conservative coalitions are urging the administration to put an end to the moratorium is Isabel Morales, Policy and Communications Specialist at Americans for Tax Reform. Isabel, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
And so the double negatives really start to pile up here, and it can be confusing, who's on which side. And so what is it that the major kind of conservative coalition is pushing for here today? Is it for students to be forced to start paying their loans again quickly?
Yeah, I mean, the idea is that federal student loan repayments should begin again. The Biden administration should not extend this moratorium beyond May 1st. And that's because this policy has costed taxpayers $100 billion so far, and continues to cost them an additional $4 to $5 billion each month that it's still in place.
The exact same summary that, the CEO Anthony Noto gave us about 2 weeks ago on Yahoo Finance. She's talking about the taxpayers' dollars going to waste.
And first of all, it's unbelievable that the president alone can spend this amount of taxpayer money without further congressional approval, which really just reads as executive overreach. Also, this policy worsens our out of control inflation, which most recently hit 7.9%, the highest it's been in 40 years. This policy is fundamentally unfair. It's a slap in the face to Americans who have already paid off their debts, those who decided.
StockGoat paid his student loans off 2 years ago. Just throwing that out there. I may be biased for a lot of people with student loans that are still in place, but I paid mine off. So that's why I have a little bit of problem with this 2.5-year extension, because it has to do with COVID, and we're supposed to be ending the pandemic with COVID.
To work throughout their schooling, even Americans who join the military to pay for their education. To make matters worse, the moratorium primarily benefits higher income Americans at the expense of low and middle income taxpayers. So at this point, especially with Democrats starting to signal that they're ready to move on from strict COVID policy, there's absolutely no reason to keep this moratorium in place.
And that last thing is the unfairness of it is what motivates me the most, because I am sympathetic to people who are very in debt because they were kind of sold a bad deal about college. I think there was a lot of scamming going on in terms of how much money you should spend on this, how many years of your lives you should give away. And I totally support reforming the education system, trying to lower the actual cost. I would not subsidize student loans. I would not encourage this as a choice for everyone. I would do all sorts of other things. But to say that right now, in this one moment in time, people who have not fully paid for this education, they should get some kind of forgiveness doesn't seem fair to me, right, to everyone.
Even the CEO, Anthony Noto, said he's cool with $10,000 to help people out. That's a student loan refinance business leader, so think about that.
One who came before and everyone who will come after.
Yeah, absolutely. And to be clear, this is more than just I had to suffer, so everyone else does too. Each person took on their debt, or didn't, with the expectation and promise that they would have to pay those loans back with interest. That was the contractual agreement by both loan recipients and the government. And based on that information, millions of Americans changed the course of their lives. They made decisions and compromises that still live with them today. And if the government continues the moratorium or goes even further and cancels student loan debt, they're not only rewarding those who made less frugal decisions, but they're also actively undermining Americans' confidence in their government's word.
So, Isabel, I come from a different perspective on this. I actually think student loan debt should be forgiven completely. But
all right, we already got 900 headlines of these types of comments, so we won't listen to her. But guys, you can hear there is tons and tons of different personal opinions out there. We have to get by this, student loan extension headline. It's coming up May 1st. Is it going to be extended, or are the payments going to start up? I'm telling you right now, until this is resolved, SoFi is not going to rocket to all-time highs, over $20. This is a massive negative catalyst on our way, and May 1st is coming up in the next couple of weeks, so we will see what Biden's, personal message is to the student loan borrowers. And if you made it to the end of the video, I want to say I really do appreciate it. I enjoyed doing this video for you. There is an everything rally right now inside of the growth stocks, especially the tech-heavy, stocks that have sold off, the past couple of months. And you can see the richest person in the world, Elon Musk, is buying the dip in technology. That should give you great clarity and confirmation that this is a great buying opportunity for dozens of other growth stocks that are massively sold off. SoFi is an amazing company with amazing management and a wide diversified, business model. It's just, a portion of that business model is being, halted by the government with this 2.5-year extension on these student loans. We need to hopefully get past this pause and get these payments restarted up so SoFi can hit new all-time highs, firing on all cylinders, increasing guidance, increasing profitability, etc. Once again, my name is Kyle. Hope you have a great day.